Hi, welcome to module number 7. We're going to be working on this module for the next week and a half. It'll be a little bit more time on this module because although we have class next week on the 15th, the following Thursday is a professional development day for teachers, and so there is no class on that day. So we're going to be taking our time with this module. And I will be adding a few other things to it as we go along. So here are objectives for the week as usual, the reasons why and how all of these objectives will be completed. Here is our read and listen section that we have every week. There are photos here for you, as I usually do. Plus you can click on the chapters and listen as you read along. I want you to really pay attention to the photos. The photos are going to come back because they're going to be part of our discussion topic this week. All right, so here we are in the discussion topic. And this time I decided that I would ask you to think about the photos. There are photos in Module 6 and 7. 6 was last week's module and 7 is this week's module. So in this forum post, you're going to be working on the photos. And what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to kind of decide what do you think is the reason for the photos that I chose. The photos represent things that happen in the chapters, and so I'm going to ask you to do that. You're going to look at the photos from Module 6 and you're going to write a post and tell me what you think or why you think actually I chose the photos that I did. How are they connected to the story? And you want to give examples to support your ideas. Then later on at the end of this coming week, when you've finished reading your chapters for Module 7, you're going to put a second post up with your ideas about the photos for Module 7. You won't be able to see your classmates' posts until after you've done your original post, but then you can, and then you'll comment at the end. Okay, moving along, we are going to do a summary and a response this week over the next week and a half. That's because your midterm exam will have a summary and a response. And so I want you to practice to do a summary and a response together for a chapter. So first comes the response. First comes the summary, and then comes the response. This time I put a couple of questions here for you to think about before you submit your response. And if you say yes, then to every question your response will be ready. If you think you need to do more, you'll say that. And then if you don't have these parts done, then you need to do that before you submit your response. Okay, let's go to the next one. We are going to be preparing to write our second essay. And this is the reason why I asked you to please continue and catch up with your work, because it's now time for essay number 2. There is a recording here about the readings that we will be doing for this, and I want you to be able to listen to the recording because it's going to help you with the reading. The article is here loaded, and on Thursday I will also of course bring you a hard copy of that article so you can have it in your hands if you want to. But before you start to read, you definitely want to listen to the recording. Okay, moving next. Another little thing that we're going to be working on this week is parts of speech. And this is just a way to check your parts of speech and make sure you've used the correct forms when you're doing your writing. So I have an explanation here, and then these are some common endings for nouns and verbs and adjectives and adverbs. So you have an opportunity here to kind of look at them, and then we'll do a little practice exercise in class on Thursday. So just look at it before you come to class. And there will be a group assignment to help us catch up on all of the chapters that we have read so far. You don't need to do anything with this until we get to class on Thursday, but it's here for you. And we'll also be doing some annotations on the article about abandonment. So here is your weekly work. Some of it is to be done at home and some of it will be done Thursday in class. Have a great week.